Hey, what is up, guys? I am Hippie. I want to welcome you back to a brand new episode of the Oakenstone survival server for you guys today. Um, we're out somewhere a bit farther from where we should be, and I'm going to explain that because last night I kind of got a little bit of a, I don't know, just wanting to play survival, so I came on and I did some stuff for my base, and it looks completely different from the last time that you guys have seen it. So I'm out here. This is actually Grizz's base, pretty close by. I asked him if he was on. I asked him if he knew any places that had spruce biomes, and he's like, well, there's actually one right over next to my base. Come over and take some saplings. So I did. I came over and I got some saplings here. I just got to get back over, get in the portal, and then start heading back towards my base. But I'm going to explain a couple of things that I have been doing over at my place and stuff like that. So the first thing, obviously, that's Grizz's base. It's looking really cool. I grabbed some potatoes and I grabbed enough to grow over there and came over to start my farm on my island. That way I don't have to keep going back and forth. It's not too far. It's only about, I think from the main place, it's only about 30 blocks to my portal, which isn't bad at all. So, but the only thing is it takes me like 3 to 4 5 minutes or something to get from my natural base to the spawn town, which kind of sucks. I could make a portal, but I'd have to take up another tunnel, and I don't know if I really want to do that. Maybe I'll do some type of thing with a trapdoor in my tunnel to lead down, and that way I'm not tearing up and using somebody else's tunnel when I could just... I don't want to take 2 tunnels. That just doesn't seem right to me, I guess. I'll dig down maybe and try to find a new way to do it, but it'll be really, really smooth once I get that other portal in. I'll just be able to flip between bases within like 30 seconds or something like that. So anyway, I've been laying out an island shape, and I got the island shape fully lined out. I'm now filling it in with wood because I have plans to use all of that inside of island. It's going to be a hollow island type deal. I'm going to use all of that island as stuff that I actually need, like storage places and stuff like that. So that'll be pretty cool, I think, in my mind. The other thing is I was thinking about what type of island I wanted to do, and like an idea came into my mind, like these islands that you see in some like oceans where it's like a plateau in the middle of the ocean. You got like flat ocean the whole way, and then you got like a 30-foot drop off island and on all sides. I kind of want to do something like that. This is just like my castle island. There's going to be a main island that the castle attaches to via a bridge, and that's going to have stuff like the forest, the town, the docks, all that stuff. But this is just going to be the haunted castle type deal. And I like that idea of the drop-offs. And like I'm going to do these like those spiky rocks. I don't know what they're called, but the huge like spiked rocks that go like 30 feet high coming out of the ocean. Oh, I didn't know there's another fortress right here. But yeah, I think that's going to look pretty cool once I get that all set up. It's going to take a lot of work, but I don't mind it at all. I think it's going to be fun to do it. And then yeah, I'll start working on some of the other stuff after that. Okay, I got to find mine. Okay, so this is the actual just the nether portal, and then this is my base. Apparently this is like a useless track, they told me. I don't know what that is. It's red steampunk. So they said I could knock this down if I needed to make myself a tunnel, but I don't know if I actually use all of this area. I might have some like low hanging ceilings and stuff like that at some point. So if I need to, I'll do it. If I don't need to, I'll just leave it there just in case. Like in my mind, there's no point in tearing anything out if you don't need to. So I'm not gonna do it until I absolutely know I need to. But we're going back with the spruce wood for a couple of reasons. Spruce wood is going to be used in my main builds. It's the main theme and the actual like tree on the island, but it's also going to be used in my nether portal, like nether tunnel. So I'm gonna need those for that. So I'm gonna do some testing with different types of stone and different stuff like that with the spruce to see what I like. And if there's something in particular that I really like, then I'll go with that. But I don't really know yet. I'm just kind of testing things. So I guess let's go ahead and take a look at my base now. It was originally just this island. I dug down the island to make it flat. And I now have a huge... I guess, I don't know what this is technically called. I guess it's almost a half moon. Um, because it tilts out a little bit in the front in each of these spots, but then it goes flat. I don't know. It's just basically a big, crooked, uneven oval. Um, and this is going to be the main island, and it's going to go up about 10 to 12 blocks, I think, and that's going to be the drop-off for it. And then there's going to be little beaches around the outside, but that's the main idea for it. What I'm just going to be doing for the meantime is doing what I was doing at my old base, cutting down a bunch of trees, taking the trees, turning them into wood, and basically filling this whole thing in until it's all filled with wood to give me a nice base to work with. And then I guess I'll see from there, once I have like some actual work done, start doing some grass and stone for the walls. I guess the steep type walls of the island itself. And then I could start working out the big island from there all the way over there. So it's going to be pretty cool. I think once I get everything started to look nice and things actually starting to look like islands, right now it just looks like a big flat platform in the middle of the ocean. So I really need to do some grunt work, I guess, and start grinding out some materials and different things. So I'm going to go ahead and make a cut right here then, and go ahead and, I keep saying and, I'm going to go ahead, do some tree digging or cutting, whatever you want to call it. Cutting, probably, not digging. You don't dig trees, guys. And go ahead and start filling in this platform. So yeah, I'll be back in a bit. Alright guys, we are back, and I thought I would just show you guys basically what I've been up to. Talk a little bit about the plans, because I'm already starting to get some ideas in my head, and a couple of things I'm still deciding, but I don't know, maybe you guys can let me know in the comments about some of this stuff and give me some ideas as well. You guys have always been pretty good at that, at helping me decide some things. So I'm not entirely sure the style of the castle. I want to do, I don't know, I kind of want to do like stone and brick type deal, just mad scientist type, like mid-century castle. I think that would look really cool. But I could also go for like Victorian style castle, and I think that would look pretty cool as well, but I'm just not entirely sure right now what my build style is going to be. I think I wanted the, like, there's this old movie from like the 1920s or something, called Nosferatu. Oh god, I just threw those out. And it's basically like, I think it's like one of the first Dracula type stories, but it's this really old school movie, and I think it's based in this, like, I'm not even sure what type of country. It's a European country, and the houses are all like old school, but they're not Victorian. It's like older than that, and the castle looked really, really awesome. So I might just go on Google Image and, I don't know, maybe just take a couple ideas from a couple of different castles and go from there. I think that could be kind of cool to do. I'll figure that all out as I go, though, but everything else is like falling into place in my mind. The like haunted forest where the werewolf is gonna live, stuff like the swamps in the deep section of the forest, which I want to have a big lake in the center of the forest, and down in the lake I want to do a big dome of leaves and stuff like that, and put air pockets, and I want to have like some type of what is that movie called? I can't remember. Monster from the Black Lagoon? Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like this big seaweed kelp monster, and I think it would be cool just to have like a bunch of leaves down in the bottom of the lake and do something similar to that. And then I want to have like all of these monsters and stuff, but I also want to have some type of like a society or a secret society in the village, or a secret group of people that are, I suppose, like monster hunters or whatever. They would be like Van Helsing type deal and have like a secret society and maybe a bar or a pub or something. And those guys are trying to, I guess, kill the monsters on the island. I think that'd be pretty cool to do. Plus, things like the mummy in the basement, Frankenstein up in one of the towers, Dracula in one of the towers. I want it to look really cool. I want the entire town just to look, or the village, I guess it'll be more close to. I want the village to be just like a normal looking village from that era, like as if nothing was up. But then as you go further into some of the things, when you go up to the castle, you notice immediately that everything's bad. And then when you go into the forest, it's going to be like a slow climb. You're going to go in, it's just going to be like normal stuff, maybe a cottage here and there. And then you're going to get deeper in. It's just like the trees are going to get darker and more dead and gnarled and stuff like that. And then the forest is just going to start to look darker and darker. And that's where the werewolf is going to live in there. So I'm already planning out a lot of the things in my head. I already got pictures for a lot of things, like, I guess, thought out. So I'm going to start working on a bunch of that stuff as soon as I can. But the main thing is getting myself a base of operations to keep building from. And I want that to be the castle, so I can work on the castle as I'm storing my stuff and as I'm getting stuff ready for the next builds and stuff. So I need to really get this island fully raised up, the 10 or 12 blocks that I want to do, and start getting grass on top of it and start getting the stone all worked up and the little beaches around the edges and stuff like that all set up already. And then once I have all that done, I can start laying out the ground floor or the floor plan for the castle and like the spires and the different rooms and what the different rooms are going to be for and things like that. I think that'll be a good idea to do it, since I don't really have a picture in my head. I could just start going and I guess just force myself to work on it, force myself to plan it out. So I think that'll be a good way to do it. Just kind of go with the flow as well. I have no idea, to be honest, right now on block design. I'm really thinking about cobble and stone and maybe andesite, but to be honest, I have no idea. I want to use possibly brick, like red clay brick, as the roofs of these things and the roofs of the village as well. I think that would look pretty cool. It could make it look like a I guess Italian-esque feel, an old school Italian village or something. I'm not really sure. There's a lot of things that are still unplanned and a lot of things that can still go with the flow and kind of move and work with the build. So it's hard to really say, but this is basically what I'm going to be doing for the next few days, is building or filling this all in with wood to make sure that I have an actual like floor to work with after I lay out the or after I build up the island. That way I can have a big basement and stuff like that, and a nice little platform for the mummy to live on and stuff like that. It's all going to be sand down there, sandstone, maybe even a pyramid down there, miniature pyramid. Build a big tomb and everything like that. So it's going to be pretty cool, I think, if I can get it to work out as I'm picturing it. I'm not a great builder, but I think if I stick to it long enough and just kind of fine-tune all the details and make everything look as pretty as it possibly can, it might end up looking somewhat cool. But yeah, that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here. It might be a little bit shorter than normal, but that's okay. I got to go and start working on a big project in Windcraft, so I just kind of got to get that done. During stuff like editing and rendering and uploads, and well, I can't really do it during uploads, but editing and rendering is when I'll be filling in stuff like this. Once everything is completely filled in and lit up, I'm going to take smooth stone, which I'm going to have to smelt, I guess, because I don't have a pick right now, and build all these up 12 blocks, and then lay a layer of dirt and get some grass growing, and then kind of make everything look nicer, and then start putting in my little, I guess, spikes or whatever you want to call these things around the edges. So that's going to go ahead and do it though for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have been Hippie, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Now, if you want to see what happened the last time in this series, you can go ahead and click the box that says last time. If you want to see who was the subscriber of the week last Sunday, you can click the top box. And if you want to jump to just some random video from my channel, go ahead and click that random box, and it's going to go ahead and take you there.